explain the role of the UN, its agencies, and other organizations. So there are quite a few organizations that are part of the UN. So the UN, in general, the role of that body is to maintain international peace and security, protect human rights, deliver humanitarian aid, promote sustainable development, and uphold international law. So, if you're not familiar with the history of that, it was formed after World War II, because they recognized the awful effect of that war, and they wanted to prevent that kind of destruction from happening again. A list of the agencies that are part of the UN. So we've got the World Health Organization to begin with. So, as we can tell from the title, this one's one of the more obvious ones. It's wanting to coordinate action on international health issues, sanitation, and diseases. So, that is an organization that we might have heard of during the height of the COVID pandemic. So the attainment of all people of the highest possible level of health is the target of that organization. The International Monetary Fund, they want monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, and promote those things that go along with that. So high employment, sustainable economic growth, and reduction of poverty as well. So they give advice, and they negotiate, and they assist states on financial issues. So it is independent, even though it does have that formal relationship with the UN. Now, different to that is the World Bank Group. So 5 international organizations that make loans to developing countries. So it is like our normal kind of bank, but it's giving loans specifically to developing countries. So it focuses on poverty reduction and the improvement of living standards by providing low interest loans. So, unlike our sort of commercial banks, it is wanting to, I guess, be more charitable by giving the most low interest loans that it can. And then also just grants as well, interest free credit, things that the country doesn't have to pay back at all as well. And the things that those countries can use that money for. So again, all of those areas that relate to our fundamental rights. So we've got rights around the education, health, communication, etc. So the World Bank Group is giving money to those countries so they can improve in those areas and therefore hopefully protect their people's human rights in those areas too. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. So they coordinate human rights activities and they supervise the Human Rights Council, which is in Geneva. So they're working to protect and promote human rights that are guaranteed in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And they also want new rights as well. They promote new rights that they see as being important too. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees, someone that that relates pretty strongly to what we looked at before with the convention and the protocol. So they lead and coordinate international efforts to protect refugees and resolve any refugee problems. So they are basically helping those people who need it to find the safe refuge and have that option to return home, to integrate locally, or to settle in a different country altogether.